millions of social media users to accuse people of being mentally ill based on their sexuality or gender identity, among broader changes it made to its moderation policies and practices Tuesday. The company's new guidelines prohibit insults about someone's intellect or mental illness on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, as have previous iterations. However, the latest guidelines now include a caveat for accusing LGBTQ people of being mentally ill because they are gay or transgender. We do allow allegations of mental illness or abnormality when based on gender or sexual orientation, given political and religious discourse about transgenderism and homosexuality and common non-serious usage of the words like weird. The revised company guidelines read. It's kind of
extreme. I mean,
that's extreme, man. I don't care what nobody say. To sit back and be able to, that's like a direct attack on something. Like they saw something in an algorithm that showed them that people are okay with wanting to attack people who are different. Gay.
Well, I mean, look, check it out. That was the difference. They played that. That's one of the ads they played the whole time. Mm-hmm. In most places, they said Donald Trump ran 2 ads. He talked about the migrants, and he talked about them letting people in jail get sex changes. You know what I'm saying? And mm-hmm. I've kind of said it a little bit, but
you have absolutely said it.
I've said this a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, when the LGBT community started trying to trying to bring children into the fold of their lifestyle, integrate children into their lifestyle, that's where it all went downhill. And people were like, oh, kids should learn about. No, I didn't learn about sexual stuff until I was in junior high. Mm-hmm. But you're going around children. Your lifestyle creates it where you can't create children naturally. If you're gay, you have sex with a man, you have sex with a man. 2 men can't make a baby, 2 women can't make a baby. You have to go see a doctor or do some more funky stuff that you don't want to do to have a child. So your lifestyle shouldn't be around children. Since you brought it to the children, the people with children, because there's more of them than you, have fought back. And this is part of why the election was lost. You know what I'm saying? Like they played on that stuff. So now they're going to take all that stuff back. They're not going to play this game with you. And you remember when you didn't know what people's whatever pronouns or any of that stuff was, they were making it up on the fly and they were being assholes and fucking dicks to people about it. You know what I'm saying? Just screaming at people and getting away with it. Well, those days are over, and Meta's going to let them do it. And I mean, honestly, some of that stuff, it is mental illness, bro. Like, I'm not going to knock it. If you want to be gay, you're gay. That's not a mental illness. Being gay, that's just your sexual preference. Mm-hmm. But once you decide, hey, I'm no longer this anymore, I'm going to be this. That's not how the world works. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm in trouble because if I don't participate in the delusion. That's what I was going to say too. I mean, there's people who I know who work at different places and they have to deal with that. They have to go to work and call a person. Like, to me, it's I have a aversion to if you were born a man and then you decide to transition into a woman. I have an aversion of calling you a woman because it makes it like it's a realistic thing. And I'm not, that in my mind, I mean, you're still a man. I would still have to look at you as a man, period. Because to me, I'm not going to look at you as a woman because I like women. I like women to the point to where I look at women as not just sexually, but just as attraction. Period. In my family, bro, I have there's just no way in my family. I mean, there's people that are trans that I know and I care about. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is what's going on right now. You didn't rein your own people in. You were cheering them on when they thought they had the power to treat everyone else like shit because they didn't know whatever was going on in your mind. And now this administration is going to fight back hard on you. They're going to take away your rights. They've already talked about taking away gay marriage.
That's just too far. That's a step too far. I don't believe they should take away gay marriage. How's that a step too far? Taking away gay marriage. You know
what the gay community should have done? And I said this from the beginning.
I mean, that's like taking away. I mean,
you had the opportunity. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna look you in the face. Yeah. You had the opportunity to create something new, something that was your own. That was just like marriage, but it was a different union of your own. But instead of that, you decided to go after marriage. Now they could have made something.
Marriage is a business, man. Marriage is a business. We're sitting back, we're acting like
that's your opinion.
It is, man. Why do you sign a contract? Why is it so difficult to get divorced? Why is it that when you were married to somebody, they assign all their debt to you? Why is that? If that person if that person dies, you still have to pay all their debt. That's a business transaction. That's not about love at all.
No,
so basically, marriage is a sham for that. I'm not knocking you.
I'm just saying they had the chance to create something of their own instead of calling it marriage. But they just said, no, I want this. I want to be like this. So you want to attack the marriage, which is defined in the Bible. America reads off the Bible. They could have created their own thing, and it could have been so fly. Regular couples could have done it. Like, hey, I mean, people that are man and woman, like, yo, I want to do what they're doing over there.
So, okay, so you know that marriage enables you to be able to get on your partner's insurance, to be able to, there's a lot of things that marriage gives you the option of being able to do in life. If you're not married, legally have a marriage, then you have no rights to a lot of things.
As marriage.
You can't just make up something like this has the same rights as marriage, because a lot of people don't have to recognize that. That's why they did it. That's why they took marriage and said, I'm going to use marriage, because companies, insurance companies, like, oh, that's nice and all, but I'm not going to recognize that. So this person died, you're not getting any money. Oh, this person died, you're not their spouse. It was so
fresh, they could have done it.
They could barely even get gay. They could barely even get marriage across. They could barely get
the cakes.
This is what I'm saying. I agree with the fact that it went overboard with everything. They're pushing it on children. Every movie you're in, they have to have so many. I mean, they're changing so much so fast. All the they, thems, all this other stuff. It's too much. Oh, why is you calling this person a girl? What this is not for? Oh, that's crazy to me. All this stuff is just too much. However, I do not have a problem with people being LGBTQ, whatever they are. Be who you are, but do not try and force who you are onto me. Don't force me and say you have to call me this, you have to do this. If you came out the womb and that was your name when you first came out, then I would do it. Other than that, I'm probably not going to switch up what I'm saying to you. I'm not going to call you a man if you're not a man. I'm not going to call you a girl if you're not a girl. I won't disrespect you. If you feel it's disrespectful, that's up to you. I just will say they or something else out of the ordinary. I'm like, hey, come here. I'm not going to call you any other thing. But however, to sit back and say that they don't deserve marriage, because marriage is nothing but a contract. It means nothing to anyone. They really just want to. Prenuptials don't even mean anything now in marriage. Nothing does. All they want to do is take from you. That's what marriage is a taking tool. It's a partnership tool. And that's a good thing for people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking marriage, but I'm saying that for us to act like marriage is about Christ and church and all this other stuff, it's not. It has nothing to do with that. it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can do that. They can do that at a courthouse.
Right, sir. It's a contract, like I'm saying. But like I was saying, they could have created something of their own that's have the same equal rights as marriage, and everyone would be like, cool, that's fine. But no, you attack the marriage, and that's messing with the Christians. You're getting mad because the people won't put a cake with two dudes on it, but you still want to shop at this place when there's other bakeries in the place. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep forcing. I mean, learn from the black folks. We tried to force ourselves in these restaurants, and look what happens. We get treated like crap now. You know what I'm saying? Stick to your own people.
But you say it like that, though. We did get ourselves. I mean, we tried to force ourselves in there. We got in there, though.
Yeah, but at what cost? At what cost to our own?
And that's a big point right there.
That's a whole nother discussion.
And so when you really look at it like that, from that perspective, at what cost, it's not comparing these two things because they are totally different. Gender and race are two different things. There is no comparison to black versus being gay. They're just not. I don't like to even do that. But you know what I mean? Like at the same time, though, we got ourselves into these places, and then there was backlash for it. They got themselves into these places, and now they're going to face the backlash for it too.
Exactly. And we're going to keep you updated on everything that we're doing here. This is Uncommon Courtesy. We're going to see you next time.
Make sure you guys also remember to join in with us on every Friday for the Friday Night Fix, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sunday for what is it?
Check your notes.
Check your notes. It's a town hall. We want everybody to join in for that. 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you guys subscribe to the page. We really appreciate you guys joining us. Thank you again.
Uncommon Courtesy.
Peace.